What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with another Dokkan Battle video. Now, once again, we have another one of these special day missions. We saw this last month. It's basically around for just like 24 hours, and you need to jump on it. And this is super important because if you see this first one right here, that is special tickets that you can use to basically get some free summons. So to do this very first one right here, basically, if you click on attempt, it should take you right to the event. But all you gotta do is run the Chamber of Spirit and Time event right here just once. So let's go ahead and run in here, and let's do this real quick. Now, make sure you run this with a team that you know needs some upgrading. I know this team has a few, like, you know, link level 9s and things like that that really could use some boosting. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I definitely make sure that it's somebody that can use the link levels, I'll be honest with you, because, I mean, you'll notice here, most of these units, like, make no sense on the team, and there's a reason for that. They're just units I don't use very often, or whatever. They just kind of, like, fell through the cracks over the years, and now they can finally get some link levels. So let's see what happens here. I don't think anybody in this team is a 10, but if they do, they maybe have, like, 1 or 2, and a few 9s probably strewn throughout. Any little boost I can get to try to improve those 9s will be much appreciated. Okay. And we're just going to take them out, essentially. It's not a hard event. It's just one of those, you know, like, gimme type of events. But, you know, Broly's still going to go all out no matter what, because Broly do Broly things. There we go. We got a link level 10. Look at that. That's what I want to see. An 8 to a 9. Noise. And unfortunately, that's about it, but it gets the job done, right? You know, we don't need to be, like, super precise with this. And that is going to take care of that very first mission. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the missions, though, because, like, while that is arguably the most important mission, it's not the only mission. So let's go down here, go to missions, bam, and let's check this out. Now, some of these are going to be easier than others. Here we go. So, says here, clearing a stage 3 times. You're going to do that with your dailies. Then we get on here a little bit further. Use a training location 3 times. Now, that is even easier. This third one down here says level up a super attack, and we can do that simultaneously. And then for the last set here, it says complete all the specified missions. So what we can do is we can use a training location while also leveling up a super attack. So let's go down here, go to growth. Now, this is going to be a tough one, finding somebody that has a super attack to level up. But I'm sure I've got some units down here that I'm neglecting, some, like, ancient dupes or whatever. Case in point. So I can literally just... Let's find somebody that I could actually use a Kai on. I really don't want to use Kais on half these units. Let's see. Do we have a dupe that I could use a Kai on? Oh. You know what? He's still level 10, so we can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to use one of these green Kais here. Bam. We can confirm that sucker. And then I can change the location. Basically, so long as you don't use the bottom location, use any of these other locations, and you will be good to go. So, level them up. Okay. We don't need to do that anymore. I could just go ahead and do it 3 times. I mean, I only need 1. There we go. Confirm. I know it's really not... I mean, well, you're not really going to use anything but Kais on him anyway. And then I could just go ahead and do 1 more. And that'll pretty much get him leveled up. We'll be good to go in that regard. So, yeah, pretty much that. Just be that. Bam! And let's see what happens when this levels up here. Bam. 13. And we're good to go. Now, I know I need a little bit more in him. I'll go mess with that later, but that's not the important part. That's going to get just about everything out of the way for these missions. So, all we need to do now is clear stage 3 times, and once again, that is super easy. So let's go back over here to event. Whenever it pops up here, and then we can just go ahead and do all of our normal daily things. Nothing too crazy. Like, this is just going to be super easy stuff. If I don't have to, you don't even have to do all my dailies. I'm literally going to do this and 1 other level, and we'll be done. So, let's check this out. This will be a real quick, easy beat. In fact, you know, I don't even remember the team I have here. I think this is just another team that could use some link levels, and that's kind of about it. Here we go. Did he actually dodged an attack? I'm genuinely impressed by that. Not that we needed to, but it is what it is. All right. There's number 1 done. Let's go ahead and get out of here and run number 2. Bam. In fact, here we go. Come on. Come on. A little bit faster would help me out there. There you go. All right. And we'll just run one more real quick. And I don't even really, it doesn't matter too much, but I have this one up for grabs, so we'll do that. And then that'll be my 3 missions. And I've even got a few other things I've got to finish up for dailies and whatnot. But that's all you've got to do. After this, you are completely done. All of your 24-hour missions are done. The big thing with this was making sure you run the time chamber event and make sure that you upgrade somebody's special attack. But other than that, it's not a difficult thing to do. This is a super, super easy event to complete. All right, so it should be done here in just a second. And then once that is done, we will be essentially good to go. There we go. And, oh, we got some link levels on that one. Nice. Can never go wrong with some link levels. All right. And now, the fun part. Let's go get our tickets. Come on, tickets. Come on, tickets. Where are them tickets? Now, somebody's going to ask in the comments, I'm not really certain, but I would imagine since we get these all the time now that these tickets are transferable to the next event. I just personally do not know for certain. But there we are. There's all your rewards. Actually, you know what? It does say that there's a number up there, so no. Those would not be transferable. So you would need to use those like now. So let's go over here. And there's our special tickets. So let's do a couple summons real quick. I haven't summoned on the Tap High Pie banner yet. I don't know how deep, if any, that I will go. But 2 quickie summons here. And they're free. So you know what? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe I won't have to go into the banner at all and I can keep saving for the next big event. I do expect some really big events coming in here soon. I think this is just an interim event. So let's see. We got Goku, Ginyu, the wrong Tao, 17, Yamu, and Android 19. And Burner. Sorry, I miscounted there. Okay, let's do one more. Once again, these are free tickets. No reason not to. And they're either use them or lose them. I thought maybe they weren't, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, that's an interesting assortment there. I thought for a minute there that Trunks had a passenger, but no. All right. Doesn't look like anything major is happening here, but that's all right. Once again, maybe? Single crack. Whis, Chaozu. We got a random SSR. Oh! A General Blue. Yo! Okay. All right. Can't complain about that. Can't complain about that at all. So, we at least got a double SSR on a freebie pull. Not bad. You know what you guys thought? Go get your tickets. Like, share, comment, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.